DJ Slick Bits.
Hi guys, so I'm using shears by the brand Sister, and this is how it comes in. It has a mix of kinks and curls. You'll find 8 bundles which come in the purple headband, and it retails for 390 Kenya shillings. For the first one I'll be doing 1 cut, and for the second one I'll be doing 2 cuts. But looking back, now that I've done the hairstyle, I wish I would have just done 2 cuts for each. It would have saved me an extra pack of hair. So here I sectioned out a really defined piece because I wanted to show you the twisting technique. Now the whole idea of the spring twist is just going against the curl pattern, the original curl pattern, and just layering it on top of each other, like you're intertwining the curls, and that is what is going to do or to bring out the springy effect. Now the ideal way to twist is anti-clockwise, and I am going to show you how a clockwise twist won't work. You see the spring effect? The kinky part of the hair is meant to give some volume, but it still has some form of definition, so the same technique applies, just layering it on top of the other. Not really doing like a twist, but just layering it on top of the other. Yeah, anti-clockwise motion. As you twist down, make sure you smooth and detangle the hair so that you can have a nice, smooth, plump twist. So for the second twist, I wanted to show you what can possibly happen if you do forget and end up twisting clockwise, because that's like the normal way of twisting braids. So you might forget and just do a normal twist, and this is what would happen. And here you can see the difference between a normal twist and spring twist. So how to correct this? You just take it out and retwist it going anti-clockwise, and you will have a spring twist and possibly save on some braiding hair. I did end up cutting them with a blunt cut, but it's because I knew eventually I'm going to cut the hair. But if you're planning to wear them twisted, I do suggest that you do like a natural tapered ends kind of look. just so it can look natural and springy at the ends. I was so happy to read on the pack that these are hot water braids, and I did want them to hold their curl, especially for the look that I was going for. So this was I was so jazzed. So here you see me laying down a kikoi, but I do suggest you call in some extra reinforcement with the lasso or another kikoi, because the water on this braids was so much it ended up seeping on the poof. Some are double reinforcement, so I had to bring out the mousse because I wasn't taking any chances. I knew I was going to unravel this hair and I wanted the hold to remain. I wanted that twist out look to remain so that I can have that natural twist out look. So moving on to the hair, I had already braided the rest of the hair. So now what I was remaining with is this middle section, which I wanted to show you guys how I braid. Now this part is very important because mostly the braiding underneath the crochet is what kind of damages the hair. So I do suggest that you do this kind of technique. It's the Dutch braid, yeah, the Dutch braid as opposed to the French braid. So you see this one, the braid lays on top of your scalp as opposed to the other one. I don't know how the other one lays, but it's kind of like lays flat on the scalp, and that is prone to pulling and tugging, especially when you're tying the knot. And then you might end up getting like a headache after like the whole crochet process. So I do suggest this kind of braiding pattern. It is safer. The braid is on top of your scalp, so the knots on the crochet is not so tight on your hair. Since I've been slacking on my braiding challenge, I thought this was like the best way to jumpstart it. I can just do a braiding pattern that is not so intricate and doesn't require me to be so neat as I jumpstart my braiding challenge, which is part of my 2018 hair growth challenge. I'll put it a link on the eye so that you can go check it out. But yeah, I don't think I did so bad considering the months that I haven't been braiding. I also decided to put in this protective style because I've been itching to trim my hair, but I want to do that at the November check-in, which is on November 15th. So just holding off not to trim until I do the hair growth check-in, and that's when I'll do like a proper trim. If you notice, my hairline is not so neat, and that was intentional because I didn't want to force my baby hairs into a braid, and that will cause harm on my hairline rather than protecting it. So I was like, nah, it doesn't need to be so neat. It's okay. The braids will be covered anyway. And shock on me, I ran out of braids. So for this hairstyle, you do need 2 packs of shears. 2 packs. So this can be worn as a style on its own, and when it starts getting old, you can unravel the twist and start wearing it as a twist out, and eventually you can do a tapered cut before you take out your braids. So this can be like a 3-in-1 kind of hairstyle, which is pretty cool. To be honest with you guys, I did not know what I was doing when it came to cutting. Like, I never knew how hard it is to do a tapered cut. I was just winging it and hoping for the best. And I must say my results are not the best. Like, they could be better, but they're not the worst either. Like, for a first tapered cut, it wasn't so bad. I have to give it up for the stylist. Like, stylists who do cuts, stylists who do color. Like, big up to you guys. This work is not easy. Like, you make it look easy. You guys make it look easy, but it's not easy at all. So at this point, I had to stop the camera and just move to a bigger mirror because cutting was not easy. Like, I needed 2 mirrors and nini so that I can get like a nice cut. Wow. I do hope that you enjoy this tutorial, and I'll see you on the next one.